Hi everyone, my name is Rida Yunus and this is my project. My project is a psychological short film titled Strokes. I'm particularly interested in visual storytelling, especially films that have very minimal dialogue and strong visuals. So this project reflects that interest of mine. Strokes is about an artist struggling with creative block. He begins to see unfamiliar faces in his dreams, and he starts painting these faces only to realize that the people he paints starts to disappear. And so as this pattern repeats, he becomes increasingly disturbed and tries to understand what's happening. The film gradually blurs the line between reality and perception, building tension through storytelling visuals. My creative practice is strongly focused on visual storytelling, especially through framing and transitions. I pay a lot of attention to how each shot is composed and how scenes connect using editing and visual flow to build meaning rather than relying on dialogues. I'm particularly drawn to psychological films, especially those with unexpected twists and layered narratives. That interest influences my work, where I often explore perception, identity, and the idea that what we see may not always be the full truth. I also tend to work with minimal dialogue, focusing more on visuals, pacing, and editing to create more atmosphere and tension. Across my work, I aim to create experiences that feel immersive, slightly unsettling, and driven by what the audience sees rather than what they are told. The film is visually driven with minimal dialogue. I mainly focus on framing, repetition, sound design, and subtle visual inconsistencies to create unease. Elements like reflection and mirrors are used to suggest that something is wrong before it is fully revealed. Instead of explaining everything all at once, the audience experiences the character's confusion, his anxiety, and perspective. My project is influenced by Black Swan and The Substance. Black Swan uses mirrors and visual distortion to represent identity fragmentation. I take inspiration from its subtle use of reflections, especially where the reality and the reflection on the mirrors don't fully match each other. The Substance explores identity through transformation. While my film is comparatively very less graphic, I draw the idea of a second identity becoming physically present, particularly in the final reveal. The film is structured around repetition and escalation. It begins slowly establishing the character's routine and then builds through faster paced sequences of dreams, painting, and news reports. This leads into a final reveal that changes how the audience understands everything they've seen. The film will be shot using accessible resources, mainly within an apartment setting with one additional exterior location. I'm more focused on the practical in-camera techniques like reflection through TV screens and transitions through mirrors rather than relying heavily on post-production. And the limited cast and locations make the project more doable and achievable within the given time frame and resources. Overall, Strokes explores identity and perception through visual storytelling, aiming to create an unsettling and immersive experience for the audience. Thank you.